Alright, put live. Looks like it. Let's see if I can find live here. Today, Junior, come on. Where are we at? Here we are. I'll turn that down just in case. Hey, LaDonna, how are you? I'll give everybody just a minute or so to pop in here. Let me see if I can scoot that closer. I might have to zoom in. Give everybody a hot second to come in before we get going here. Hoping I got everything I need. I just had to run up the garage and grab stuff. Oh, I was working out in the garage the other day. It's too cold down here, so I took everything out in the garage. Oh, I got some spatulas. Hey, Darlene, how are you? Welcome, y'all. Yeah, I found these little silicone spatulas at the Joann's the other day, and I thought, yeah, maybe I won't end up with so many sticks in my glue pot if I use one of these things. Hey, Kathy, how are you, girl? How is everybody tonight? Oh, they're attached there too. Oh, dang it. Don't need both of them in there. All right, so we're just going to try to do something. I always say we're going to do something simple and always make it crazy. Hey, Carolyn, how are you? So I did start half of this first project, this first one we're going to do. These are kind of the attachments that you can make. This is the one, hey dog, that I'm doing tonight. I made this one kind of into a centerpiece. It's a lot bigger. I don't know if you can see, but it's done this similar way. I'm doing this one just a little bit different, but it's pretty much similar. But this one I'm going to make into just like a wreath attachment. You can take, the fun thing is you want to create something different, is you can take like this gold ball we got at where we got it last year, okay? And we just took this rope from the, it's time consuming, don't get me wrong, that's why I started half of it. But you could take just a gold ball, that you get at Joann's or the Hobby Lobby. I don't know if you can kind of see that. And then you could take this rope or any kind of stuff like this that you can find in the stores, and you can add this stuff to it. See what I mean? And just party it up, okay? So you can take something pre-made and make it better. You can also do crocheting. This one was crocheted. I think I might have bought these from someone. I started crocheting to try to make something. No, I don't think I made this one. And you just crochet basically your chunky yarn, and you just put it on your balls, okay? Your foam balls, and glue them on there. And then you can get these little straws at the Amazon, and you can just put those in there and then add a little bow around there, and cute. You can also do little mini, the same way, do little mini ones with the plastic. See how cute these are? These are great for, to add into your wreath, or, you can put them in a centerpiece. Yeah, I know, right, Carolyn? Hey, Tina, how are you? You can do so many things with these, okay? So that's one. I don't think I'm going to put my small one, if we get to that one tonight, in plastic, but we are going to put the big one in plastic. And then you can also do the swirl on the disc. We already use, I do it with my disc. Dang it. I had it out. Oh, here it is. Nope, that's my ball. That's my ball. I did the daggone disc. Oh well. Anyway, you can also do it with a disc. And you can go disc, swirl it with the braid or the crocheted or the chunky yarn, or whatever. You could even do it with something like this, these ropes and stuff. So those are kind of 3 of the little designs, or just some ideas out there to spread it out. You can also Woo! How about fell off my, usually don't sit, but I need to sit for this. How about fell off my thing. I'm doing well, Tina. I'm glad you're doing well. But you can also do something like this, and paint them. And then glitter them. What you would do is take your, this is a 4-inch disc. So you want to just draw a line in this. Let's see. So we're going to 2. We're going to mark it at 2. And we're going to mark it at 2 again. Oops. Okay, and then you're just going to draw, this pencil's about dead, y'all. It's going to probably destroy my phone. You would draw a center line. I know you guys can't probably see that. And then you would draw another line across, just vertically across, I'm sorry, horizontally. This way, where's my line? There it is. Okay. So now you've got 4, you have like 4 separate, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit, guys, so you can see a little better. You've got 4 little separate, I don't know if you can see that. That's a really light line. And then what you would want to do if you want to paint the swirls, like you know, your swooshy, then you would take, oh no, this pencil's about shot. You're going to go take your other piece of foam and just go out here and line that up. Just come around again. And you're just going to keep doing that all the way around to that center. I know you're not going to be able to see this, but you kind of get the gist. And then you can go back in and you can make these as big. You could do just 1 stripe or 2 stripes in between these divided pieces, or you can do 3. Depends on how many colors you want to use. But then you would go back in and paint these down your sides. And then again, you can just stick one of the lollipop, you know, things in there, or you can stick, you know, one of these in here after you paint it and glitter it, and then you'll have one with the swirls, okay, that you painted in glitter. Okay, so that's another item. Woo, there it goes. Let's grab another one. We just flung that across the room. Well, we got this one. All right, so let's get on to this big one, because that one's going to take the time. What I did, this is a 9-inch. It's 9-inch. It's a number 9 disc from the, I think I got this from one of the locals, Hobby Lobby Michaels, or one of them. Okay, and it's a 1.5 by 9. That's 8.8, but they call it a 9. Okay, so that's that. And what I did this one a little different than my other one. Like I said, guys, you're gonna have to go back and clean this up at the end, because this chunky yard, it's already getting in my nose here. It makes a mess. It gets all over. So don't worry about it till the end. Okay, so I cut these. Let's say about they're about 6 inches. Some of them are a little bit longer. And I cut 3 of these. Okay, and I'm going to pinch this end here like that. That one's way long. That one's way long. We're going to cut that off. Maybe. All right, and then we're going to hopefully, our glue gun's hot. Okay, and what I do is I kind of go around here. I'm going to start right here next, you know, obviously I'm going every other one. And I'm just going to dab a little bit of glue on there. I'm going to take these 3 that I just kind of lined up together here. I'm just going to poke those right in there. Just kind of squeeze and hold. Whoop. You might want to use these little finger condom, or finger, whatever you call them, condoms. I don't know, whatever you call them. Those stick too, dang it. I'll just keep you from getting burnt. That's all. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna rough it tonight. We're going for it. We're not gonna worry about burning our fingers, but we will do it. I'm just saying we're not gonna worry about it. All right, so we're gonna move on to our next one. Okay, and I'm just gluing them around, like, you know, so it's gonna look like spider legs, like at first. Okay, I'm just squeezing that tip in there together a little bit. See how it's going wider on the outside? All right. Hey, Linda, how are you? I know. I'm doing it because then you hear me scream. I'm just, see, I told you. I told you I would. All right, let's keep on moving on. We're gonna get brave, and we're gonna go 2 spots. I'm getting a little randy here. Okay. Like I said, this is kind of time consuming, but it makes a really pretty wreath attachment, or you can make a centerpiece out of it, like I said, like I did. You can make the smaller ones. We won't have time to do all those tonight, y'all, but at least I showed you the ideas. They're very, I think they're pretty simple. They're just time consuming, that's all. Okay, now we're going to go back with the white, I think. Wow, why am I going to end up, I feel like I'm going to end up, oh, no, I'm not. I should be all right. I thought I was going to end up short. I didn't think I cut enough. And let's see, how many did I'm glad I got an extra one. See, you just have to go back and at the end and clean these off, guys. A lint roller or something like that. So I cut, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 3. So I cut 18 of the white for this. Oh gosh, I'm letting my glue dry because I'm yakking. I cut 18 of the white. Okay. I guess I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I cut 18 of each, it looks like. 18 of each at 6 inches. Okay, and you get this chunky yarn. I can't remember where I got this. I think, I'm going to say I got it at, I'll say I got it off Amazon. But you can find it online if you can't find it in your local stores. My local stores don't have any really cool colors. So that kind of, that's why I ordered them online. I think we're kind of good. Okay, so see how I did that? I just glued around this tip right here, and now we can work our way. Oh, good. Hopefully you're on the road to healing now. Oh, what did I put in the center? I'm sorry, guys. I didn't even explain that. What I did in the center was our chunky yarn. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I'm going to drop out of here. Like, trying to find an end here. You just take your chunky yarn. I don't want to get it all over the floor, though. Hello. And I just take and start in the center right here, and I glue it, okay? And then I'm just going to glue around, you know, just keep gluing around. And I'm just going to keep twisting. And you can do this in both colors. I like to add a little something to the top, which I look for a half hour and can't find them. But you just keep twisting it around in a swirl. Just kind of like this. I know you can't see what I was doing. I was doing it on the white. But you just kind of keep gluing it down in a swirl like this, okay? And it's not going to lay as flat because I'm not gluing it. And you can make this as big or as small as you want as well. Okay, so that's how we do the center. Okay, so let's get going. Let's throw our hair back. Let's get the hair all thrown back here. And we're just going to start gluing these. I'm just going to start gluing the top. Okay, I'm just going around the edge. And I'm just going to do 2 at a time. That way I can make sure I got them placed kind of where I want them. Okay. So we're just going to take these. Just kind of let them fall down the sides here. Okay. Just flatten them out and spread them, fluff them a little bit, something like that. Okay. Take your next ones. Kind of do the same thing. Spread them out, fluff them out, do all that funness. I think I squeezed some of these too tight, but that's all right. Oh, all right, so we got those glued there. Now we're just going to go and do the next ones. Okay. Put those down. Pull those down like such. Okay. Scoot them over. You got While it glue's warm, you can. Alright, so we're down to this last one. And then we'll just start doing around the sides, and we'll go around the other side, and then we'll kind of be done with this part. Yeah. Okay. So now we've got that glued around there. We'll just let that sit for a hot second. Okay. See, we're just kind of working our way around is what we're doing, okay? And then you can go back and add, you know, some more of this fun stuff on the top. Hey, Rhea, how are you? No, Kathy, I just glued that right onto the foam disc as well in a spiral until I thought it was big enough. I'm kind of pushing it under the edge, but it's not really raised. If you can kind of see, let's see which angle I need. It's kind of even. It's kind of even. It just kind of looks that way from the top. I guess you could, if you wanted to make it even fancier. You could put some styrofoam. Then you have to do something to that as well. That's the only bad thing about that. So, all right, I think this is dry enough again. Let's flip our hair back one more time here. Okay, now we're just going to start going around the edges and pull them around the side here. Okay. Again, I'm just going to do two. Woo! Big old glob of glue. Two at a time. Okay. So, I just stuck my dang thumb in there. Oh. That's not coming off. Alright, so just pull them over. Okay, pull them over. Try not to get your hands in the glue, like, you know. It's just my suggestion. I don't usually follow my own rules, but at the time. Okay. I just got it in there again. Looks like it wasn't quite as hot. Okay. Fluff them down. Okay, we're just going around the edges here. It's not going to look pretty until we get all our edges and get them all around town. Okay. Again, I'm just pulling these over. Okay. And we'll do these last two. Stick here in a second. We got to do that anyway. All right. All right, so we're all the way around. Now we just got to finish off and go to the bang. I know, right? That would. Yeah, you could do these all different sizes. Yeah, that's what's fun about these. I think I didn't get that one good. If you see like a gap when you're done, I think I got a little bit of a gap here. I'll go back and like kind of glue my I'll kind of fluff my fuzz here and try to fix that. All right, so now we're back around the back here. Oh, I need a glue stick. Oh, I do have one. Well, yeah, I got a second till I need it. So we're just going to go back in again. Finish off. I think I might try one color at a time on this. Where are we going with that one? So we'll just pull these over. These you might have to trim. I'd rather have them longer than shorter. Okay. I'd rather have them longer than shorter. Before you glue those under, just kind of. My scissors need sharpened. Okay. Just kind of tuck that down in there. Okay. It's pretty simple to do, y'all. That's just, like I said, it's just a little time consuming. It's just a little time consuming. That's all. It was there. Okay. And once you get the hang of it and you get going, it starts to go a little faster. It starts to go a little faster. This is the hardest part for me is this daggone glue gun on my hand. Okay. Pull those a little bit. That one's a little. I'll try these scissors. That one was a little long there. And you can always kind of tuck them down in there. That works as well. Okay, so we just got these two, and then we'll start putting that painted green on there. I'll show you how to wrap it, and then we'll do what time is it? Oh, shoot. We might have time for a disc or a ball. The balls are really simple. I'll have time to paint one tonight. Or I would do that one for you. But plus, I don't think I have any red glitter. My granddaughter got a hold. She's been getting a hold of a lot of my stuff. She's been getting a hold of a lot of my stuff. I've been finding that. I've been finding that out. Oh crap! I got that right in that glue. I'm gonna have to hurry up and glue that a little more. Get those. Let's trim those off just a little bit. All my scissors are crap. I got like 6 pairs over there. None of them got this stuff. What the what? What's going on? Okay. So like I said, guys, you can pick on this all night long. Wait till you're done. Okay. Just wait. Wait till the end. I'm not listening to myself. Till the end. Alright, so we got that all done. You see a little fuzzy wuzzy, just stick it down in there. So here's basically where we're at. We got our peppermint. Okay, we got our peppermint. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add our green rope. And they sell this at Hobby Lobby, and oh, thanks, Carolyn. And or you can go to like the sewing aisle and see if you can find something fancier. This is just one I had from last year from the Hobby Lobby. Okay, so I started on the, well, I thought I went around here, but I did not. So what you're going to do is, I really need to go back and glue these, but I'll have to do that. I need to fluff that out where I got a little bit of odd, awkward space there, but I think I got those a little, nah, they're all right. So now we're just going to take this, we're going to run, whoops, try to run some glue neatly, dang it, which I did not do, right down here. I shouldn't have touched it. I touched it and made it worse. I'll have to take a hairdryer to that later. Okay, we're just going to lay that down on top. Okay, so you'll have to take a hairdryer to that one later. Okay, so see how I kind of, I'm sorry guys. See how I'm just kind of gluing right in between here. Okay, and we'll just keep going around. I'm not doing every one. If you want to, you can. I'm not. Okay, so we're bringing that around town. Okay, we're just going to snip that off. All that, tuck that down in there. We are also going to go around here with it as well. Okay, and if you really wanted to, another idea is you could take this and follow your you could follow your chunky yarn that you put in the center around like this and do that as well. Okay, you could do that. So many ideas, guys. Just get creative with it. Okay, I'm just trying to show you the how-to, and then you could just take it and have fun with it. Okay, so let's glue this one. Try to be a little neater here. Okay, I should have pre-cut all these, but I didn't. That would make your life a little easier if you pre-cut them. But okay, just try not to get your fingers in that glue. Number one, it's hot and it sticks to that fuzz like right now. Hey, Debbie. That just sticks to them right now. Okay. I know this is a boring part, guys, but I'll show you how to do it. Okay. There's that one. Let's go on to this next one. Then I'll show you how to. I really wish I could find my snowflakes. I was gonna put in the center, but I got some peppermints out here that we could just throw on there. Okay. Again, just go all the way around. I'm not squishing it in there. I'm just lightly patting it on top. Okay? Lightly kind of patting it. That way it stays on top and it's not going to disappear in between your chunkies. You don't want chunkies to suck it all up. There. Make it disappear. Done with this part. We'll set that aside and let that dry for just a hot second. Don't you start. Don't you start with the squeaker. This one I'm really not liking there, but it'll be alright. Kind of got them wonky. That's all right. Oh, thank you, Tina. Hi, Michelle. How are you? I don't think I did it last year. I think I did. I think I did that one behind me. I think I did that like a couple years ago. I might have made some of these last year. I don't know. I might have. I don't like the spacing I did on that one, but guess what? It's okay. That'll be the back. That'll be the back. Kind of got them a little wonky, but that's okay. All right, last one here. We'll go around the center. Then we'll add a little embellishment in the center. And then I'll show you how to wrap it, and then just put little bows on the outside. I really don't have any cool ribbon out yet. I had to dig through my not so fun Christmas ribbon drawer. So we got some. It'll work. I can always switch it out once I get my Christmas ribbon out. Maybe. I think I got my fingers stuck there. Maybe. There we go. Okay, so that's all. We just tuck those down in there. Okay, guys, so now we got this outside done. Okay, and you don't have to do this. You can leave it plain. I just think it adds a little bit of something to it. So let's pick a good side. I like that side. clean my fingers off. If you just get on, how I do this is I start in the center of a 9-inch disc, or you can do the same thing if you're going to do the smaller ones. And you take your chunky yarn and you just glue it in a swirl, Michelle, just like this, as big as you want it, onto your base. And then you cut 18 of the chunky yarn in like 6-inch pieces. Okay. 18 of each color, I'm sorry. And then just start gluing those on together. And you kind of want to squish in the center. You want to kind of bring them in so that they widen out. Okay. Alright, so let's go get this outside started. I'm just going to glue about halfway around here. My finger right in the daggone glue. That's the hardest part, I think, is trying to keep your fingers out of the daggone glue, so you don't get it all up in that yarn. I really like the crocheted ones too. If you know how to crochet, you can crochet. I'll show you that one again for everybody that just joined. Got on late here. I'm just kind of laying this down in there and trying not to touch it, y'all. Keep touching it anyway. Okay. I'll need that right there. Okay. I'm just gonna let that sit for a hot second. Perfect circle, but it looks pretty good. Okay, so see how we did that around the center now? We kind of covered up those edges. I like peppermint too. I love the look of it too. So anyway, if you just joined, you can also do, you can crochet like a big, I'm not sure what stitch this is, and you could crochet like some lengths or whatever, however long, and do the same thing with the crocheted type things, material, instead of using the chunky yarn. Okay, and then you, like I said, you can make little mini ones in the plastic and whatnot, and you can make some of the little balls and stuff. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm probably going to tear this plastic off tonight, because I'm just going to show you basically how to do this. And I'm not going to clean it up because I don't have my lint roller down here. But like I said, you're going to get this red fuzz everywhere until the end. So wait till the end to kind of pick it off or lint roll it or whatever. Okay. All right, so let's move on. I had some of these small snowflakes in red, and I could not find them. So what you could do as well is take some of these, like an old pick like this. I had a red snow, I bought a bunch of them last year. I can't find them. But you could take something like this off, or this, you know, that one matches. I think I'd rather do like a swirly in the center. I think I'd rather do the swirly. Is that too big? Let's try the swirly. Okay, we're just going to pull it right off the pick. Okay, and that kind of sharp there. I'm not liking that sharpness. I'll let somebody get hurt, which they shouldn't. And we're just going to glue this down here in the center. Okay, I think the snowflake would look better. Like I said, I can't find it. How do I do the outside? The outside of what? I'm sorry, Michelle. Missing all kinds of comments. Well, sure, Carolyn. Okay, I'm just going to glue this on here. So I will be committed to this, this thing. Okay, add a little bit of glue. Woo! I'll let that cool off just a little bit. Okay. Because like I said, I'm going to have to go back after and clean this up, get all the putties, go over it with a little hairdryer. Just to get some of the glue strings off, but I just want to show you guys how to do this tonight. I can always go back and do that. Okay, so now we got a little center of something there. The outside, you mean this right here? Oh, I glue that on. I take 3 pieces, Michelle, and I kind of pinch it in. I just glue like maybe start with a 2, and I take my 3 pieces that are even cut. They're like 6 inches, and I'll glue them down here. I'll glue it here, and I'll just keep going around and just pinching in the center a little bit with the hot glue. Okay, and then you know you can go all the way around or do a little bit at a time, but I like to do half. And then I'm gonna, you know, flip the hair back here like this. Then I'm gonna glue the top of the disc, throw them over, and then I'm gonna flip it back again, glue the sides, and then I'm gonna keep working my way over, Michelle. That's how I did it. Okay. I found that's kind of the easiest way to do that. Okay, so since I'm making this one into probably a wreath attachment, I don't necessarily need it double-sided, so I don't need a thing on the back. Okay, so now we're going to wrap it in, I'll show you how to wrap it in plastic, so we can make a wreath embellishment. You can leave it like this. You don't have to put it in the plastic, but I'm going to show you that option. Okay, I'm going to show, oh gosh, my booty fell asleep. Oh, I'm sorry, Michelle, a 9-inch foam disc. I'm gonna tie my apron, y'all. 9-inch foam disc. Oh, I did bring my plastic over here. I didn't think I'd run it over. Let me just tie this real quick. Yeah. And then if you want to do the balls, like if you want to do something like this, then you're going to use like a, these are the 3-inch balls, and then these are the 4-inch by 1-inch discs if you want to do like the lolly and stuff like that. Okay, it looks bigger, but by the time you get stuff on there, it's going to be fairly big. Okay. Well, thanks, Cece. Sorry if I want to explain to myself, right, Michelle? All right, so let's get this covered up in some plastic. Here it is. Next week, guys, I think we're going to do, did y'all see the door hanger I painted? Not, I'll show you that in just a second. I painted a sled. I posted it in the group. I painted this old sled I bought at a craft show. This is double thick. What this is, guys, is, I don't have a number or anything because this is from a couple years ago. It's what, like the florist, or let's say you make gift baskets, you know, and you want to wrap them in that plastic and you pull it up. That is what this is. And I probably got that from Amazon. Okay, let me move some of this crap out of my way. Okay, but I'll show you my door hanger here in a second. Let's see here. How are we gonna do? How do I want to do this? I really want to use one layer. I got it like fold it in half. So what I'm gonna do is pull this over. Okay. Pull it over. I'm gonna move my phone over there just a little bit, y'all. And we're gonna cut it probably, I'm gonna go about half and half. Okay. So I'm going to pull this top piece up because I want to save that bottom piece in case I want to make another one. Okay, I'm just going to snip it. We're going to move this guy out of the way. And we're going to have to kind of cut it. They seam it right here so that you can wrap it around a big like basket is what they do. So I'm just going to snip it right there so I can save that back piece. Snip it right good. Hopefully I got to the, hopefully I got to where I needed to go. I did. Okay. So this way I've only got one piece, and now I've got another piece that I can use for more projects. And you don't need it all doubled up anyway. Okay. So let's get this down here. Can't remember which way I was going with this. Just gonna kind of dust it off a little bit in case it got something from a table on there. Okay, I think that's where I was going with it. Nope. This way. I'm gonna go, whoop. I want that to be my front. Make sure you turn it upside down. Like I said, guys, don't pay attention to the mess. I'm going to clean this up later. Okay, I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to bring this one over. I overkilled the cut on this one. So I'm going to fold that over like we do at present. Okay. I'm going to pull that over and kind of pull both of them. I'm going to pull it kind of tight. I want it to be more half. I cut that way too big. That's all right. Okay, pull that over here. Try to keep it centered in here. Okay. I'm going to add, I wish I had some tape. I'll add a dab of glue right for now. Hold that. Okay. That little dab of glue right there, and I knew that would happen. I figured the glue might melt that, so I don't have my one tape down here, so I'm going to use some packing tape. Okay, so see, now we've got our plastic on here. Okay, yeah, it's a cellophane wrap like they use to do baskets, like gift baskets and stuff like that you see. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to try to trim these edges over here. They're not super pretty. That's alright. They're not going to be perfect anyway by the time you scrunch them up. So, but I just want them a little evener than what I got here. Okay. Alright, I think it's good there. Now what we want to do is we're going to start gathering this. Just want to kind of gather this in here. Okay, and pull that in. And I'm going to use a zip tie if I can find out where I put them at. Grab two out while we're in here. Okay. Grab a zip. Woo! Come back here. Okay. It is eluding me under my finger. Right. Pull not all the way tight, so I want to make sure in there. Pull it towards you, and then pull it tighter. Okay. So now we look like we have this fun candy wrap on the side. Okay, that's what we're going to do our bow with. Here's my snippers. Here we are. That is what we're going to do wrap our bow around. Okay, it's the same thing to the other side. Pull that in and down here. Try to make sure you get it kind of directly across from the other one too, like I was not doing. Okay, make sure you kind of got it right. directly across. That's good. Okay. Anybody gonna try this? I think they're cute. Like I said, you can make the small ones, the big ones. Use your imagination. Pull that a little tighter. Should have pulled that tighter. I think it's tight enough. I think that's tight enough. Look at all this red fuzzy down in here. Static's just grab and hold. Grab and hold. And just kind of spread. Again, just kind of spread. Well, that one didn't do as good as I liked it. So we might have to have a little redo on that one. But for tonight, at least you'll get the idea. I didn't pull that one in the way I like it. So, but anyway, this is kind of where we're at. Okay, looks like a big old piece of candy, right? Now, what we're going to do next is, what are we going to do? What am I looking for? Oh, we're going to add a little bit of ribbon to the sides. Okay, I've got this one. I don't think that'll be quite enough. So I really like this one. I thought that would match really cute, but I don't have enough of that. So what we're gonna do, see, and you can make as big a bow. Let me move this stuff, y'all. Oh, I gotta show you some attachments I got today. You can make it like on this bigger one. You can't even see. You can't even see. On this bigger one that I did, the centerpiece one, I did a bigger bow over here on this side. I did a much bigger bow with the ball and everything. And this one I only did 2, and I did 1 down the center, and then a circle. Okay. So on the bow, you could do kind of whatever you like. So let's just play with it and have some fun. I might not get to the other ones, you guys. I'll just have to kind of show you how I did it. Okay. So what we're going to do is, I don't know how I did that one. I don't need that one. I think I just attached it on there. We're going to move our little thing to the back. Okay. I don't know if I'm not going to do that, guys. I'm going to use pipe cleaners. Whoops. We're going to use a pipe cleaner. Okay, so we're just going to make a little bow. Okay, we're just going to squish that in. Okay. Twist that. Whoops. I think that's a big enough loop. Just twist and come back over top. Come back over top here. I love these. I think they're just so cute. The little ones, the big ones. Okay, so you could just do the 1 loop. Just show you that real quick. You could do the 1 loop off each side, which would be stinking cute, right? Or we can go 1 more loop. And you could also go and use a second ribbon as well. Let's do a 2 looper on this one, just to see how this looks. Okay, so we've got two loops coming out here. Okay, I really like the 2 loop, guys. I really like the 2 loop. So I'm gonna tie this pipe cleaner around here. I'll cut my tail. this around here and twist our little bow. Okay. Let's pull these down and out. We'll trim those up in just a second. Okay. And we'll just take this and tie it right above the zip tie so that it stays put. Okay, it won't slide off. Okay. Straighten this out. Trim our little tails. And you can always add a little ornament here. I probably don't have, yeah, I probably don't have anything. I'll go over there and look and see if I got a little something, something. Oh, dang it, I did that backwards. I knew I was doing it. I sure did. I sure did. Okay. So look how stinking adorable. Look how stinking adorable that is. Hey, Elizabeth, how are you? Yeah, I didn't do the whole thing on here because it would have taken it. They're very time consuming, but I will explain to you right now why you said that and I caught it. I started with our chunky yarn in the very center, and guys, how I got my center, I didn't tell you that either. Is you can take a roll of ribbon and just center it up into your foam and draw your circle, okay? And then what you're going to do is find your center, and you will take this chunky yarn and add some glue and just keep adding glue underneath it, and you're going to do a swirl until you get it about the size of that circle that you drew, okay? And then you'll cut these, Elizabeth, I think that's in there. They're cut at 6 inches. There's 18 of each color, okay? Isn't that stinking adorable, guys? Let me go see if I got something. I don't know if we're going to have time for the other ones, guys, but I'll explain them. I'll explain how to do them for you anyway, because that'll be simple. Let's see what I got. We could just throw in there to make that really cute. Oh, this would be cute. Something like this. You could add some. You could add some. Well, I don't have a whole lot of Christmas out, guys. I've got a few of these silly little picks. But, just something like this. You could add a candy cane. Some candy canes come, take a couple of these out. Add some of those into your bow. Okay, you could add, some of these curlies coming out of your bow, or just use these instead of a bow. Okay, and if you have some of the smaller balls, you can go and take this pick, another one of these, and stick in there. Okay, you could add a little flower. There's so many things that you can do, or just leave it a simple bow. Just leave it that way. You could also, I just saw these down here in that drawer. You could add some of these coming out. This would be cute. I'm not going to glue them in now, but you could add some of these coming out of your bow. Take those apart and add them, okay? So it's just a multitude of ideas on this, okay? So that's that. We also, what we went over was buying normal balls from the store and taking some of your delicate rope or this fancy rope that you can get there and gluing those on to make fancier ornaments. Okay, we just did that, and now we got a different ornament. This one is a crocheted one, and if you're going to do this, you got to know how to crochet, obviously. But if you're going to do, let me show you real quick. We're not going to have time to do a whole one, but I am going to show you how to start. Like I said, this one's crocheted, but to start, you're going to need a 4-inch disc, and you're going to take two of your ribbons, or your, not your ribbons, darn it, Chunky yarn, hey, hello. And I'm going to go down a little bit like this. I'm going to start a little bit lower, okay? And what you're going to do is glue. Let's just start one. Let's just start one here a little bit, okay? So I'm going to take this and find my center here, try to, okay? And I'm going to wrap it just like this. Okay, I'll hold that a little bit, and you the thing is, you're gonna have to work with the two yarns at once. Okay, so you see how I'm doing that, and then you just kind of got to glue as you go. Okay, pull the glue. Okay. Alright, so see how we're kind of making that twist? I should have didn't. There we go. See how we're just making that little twist? And we're going to keep going all the way. Oh, yeah, sorry. I forget about my zoom, guys. I zoom in, if I remember, and then I forget to zoom out. And I'm like, so yes, I need like a button on there. Ding, ding, ding. Zoom, 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 zoom. Zoom. Zoom, zoom. Okay, so I'm just kind of pulling as I go, pulling and pressing. Okay, so it's starting to look like a little cinnamon roll. Okay, you might have time to make one of these. Let's see. Okay, then just kind of keep pulling your ribbon over and just pulling it away from you, pressing it down. Okay, so see how we got that swirling? Okay. And we're just continually adding glue, and eventually, let me get this on here. Eventually, we're going to get to the sides here. I'll show you kind of how to do that. Okay, we're just going to start creeping, you know, down around the sides there. Oh goodness, let us stretch here. Down around the sides. Okay, so these aren't as time consuming as the other one by any means. So this one I'm just going to keep going around this top with this red for now, just to finish this top off. Okay, and then we'll go play catch up. We'll go play catch up with the white. Okay, so see how we've got this all covered on the top. Now we're going to start whipping our way down around the sides. Okay, and see how that's starting? See how that's going on there? Okay, so now we got to catch up our white here. Let's just catch up our white to our red. Okay. Again, I'm just ow, tag on it. Just kind of pulling in a little bit as I go. Okay. Let's see. Pull some more of that out. Ooh. Keeps getting my. See how we're just kind of going around town, going around the sides. Whoops, sorry. We're just following our way. We're just continually going in a spiral. Okay, we're just continuously kind of going in a spiral with our two yarns. Okay, hold them, press them down. Okay. Actually, before we do that, if you want to put this on a stick, you're going to want to put your stick in and kind of work your way around your stick. Okay, so let's put our stick in there. You got a little bit of a hole there. We'll fill that with some glue. And then we're going to put our stick, our straw, I'm sorry guys, our little straw in there. Okay, so now we're going to work our way around our straw. It's hard once you glue that. It's kind of hard to weasel through there and get that straw in there. Okay, so we'll pull that one over. I'll pull this one right over to the side of it. Okay, again, pulling and pressing a little bit. Okay, we'll see how I did that. Just stuck it right in between there. Okay, so now we're going to start working around our way to the back. And see how that's uneven? That's what I'm talking about. We're just kind of continuously going into a swirl. And if you want to finish it up so that it's flat, let me show you that. And you just want to put felt on the back, you can do that. Okay, you can do that. You can do it. Hold on. You just end up right here. You would cut the white off here, and then you would just add a piece of foam or felt to the back. Okay, that's all you would have to do for that. Okay, so let's catch up our white. I think I'll make this one double-sided. I'm just going to keep on going here. Okay. And then we'll be done with this one. I think we'll have them done just a little bit. We're only going to go a little bit over. Not too bad. Well, I'm glad I got to show you this. I think we had enough time. That's fine. Okay. I'm just pressing in, pulling, and pressing. Okay, so see how we're starting to go around the back here. Just gluing. Ow, that big old glue string. Oh, don't get in there, don't get in there. Okay, pull it again. Pulling that one. Taking this one. That straw starts getting in your way. At this point, but that's okay. You just gotta kind of remember that you're dealing with that straw too. Okay. All right, I'm pulling. Ah, man, right in there, right in there, right in that. See, I'm fighting with that straw. Okay, and we're almost done. I think I'm just going to finish gluing this all off. That's probably, I shouldn't have. Alright, let's pull that, push it very carefully. Go around with that red. Okay, right there. And we'll cut that off right in here. Tuck that. Whoop, down there. Cut that red. Tuck that down into that glue. Press everything down. And that quick, again, like I said, you'll have to clean. I think the front's a little bit tighter. It's easier to start off than to finish. But you just pick a good side. Just kind of pick a good side. Whoops, let me zoom out just a little bit or zoom up. Okay, and then if you want to add plastic to this, you could. You want to add just a little tiny bow to this as well, you could do that. Whoops, I twisted that the wrong way. I need to go this way. Okay, just like that again. Okay, you could probably go a little bit bigger on this. I have to go in a little bit small, but just to show you, I went a little bit small. Okay, turn that around like this so you all can see. Rid of that. Okay, whoops, I'm losing it. I lost it. Lose it again. Hold on to it there, Susan. Okay, and then you've got a little sucker, little attachment, just like that. Okay, And again, if you wanted to, you could add the plastic to this, you know, or we just got that. Or you could add it, or you could do the same thing like this. See how the chunky yarn makes it a little bit bigger than using the crochet? It makes it just a little bit bigger, but you could do the same thing and make it a smaller plastic. But still, you know. Okay, guys? So those are, so far, those are wreath attachments. Or, you know, some of those that you can make for yourself and whatnot. And I wanted to try something tonight, and I didn't try it because I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try it so I can pass it on to y'all. I want to try spraying this with like Gorilla before I put it in the plastic, y'all. I want to spray it with this Gorilla Glue and sprinkle glitter on it and see. You know what? Let's try it. I got this one I made last year. It's not the... Let's try it on this ball. I didn't like how this ball turned out. That was my first one ever I did. And just see if glitter... Let's see if glitter will attach to it, guys. Let's experiment. Hopefully this can work. We shall see. I just got my hand. Alright, so I just sprayed it kind of lightly with this Gorilla Glue. And we're going to try this glitter. Do one. There's my thing. I think they sell sprayed Mod Podge as well. That might work. I don't know if that's going to work. I need to open that better. This is not the right glitter, I don't think. I think I need chunkier glitter. My thing is, I don't know if that's going to stay. I don't know if that's going to dry. I think we would probably have to do a lighter coat than I just did. Or I would try the spray Mod Podge. I think I'm going to try that next. But see, you could get some glitter on this afterwards. But I don't think... I'm thinking that spray adhesive is going to stay... I'll throw that one away. It's going to stay a little... it's not damp, but adhesive-y. Adhesive-y. So, if that makes sense. So I think I would try the spray Mod Podge. So I will experiment with that one next time. But anyway, guys, I'm so glad that you, or I hope you enjoyed this these projects, and I hope I inspired you to try some, you know, some fun attachments and stuff for Christmas. And again, like I said, you can add florals to this, keep it plain, do one loop. You could just take this and go with it and do all kinds of things, y'all. Okay? Yeah, I know, Linda. When you get your 2 arms, huh? God bless you. Well, then see? Yeah. 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 All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining. Again, next week, I think I'm going to make my door hanger that I painted and maybe the sled that I painted. This is the door hanger round that I painted to match my sled. I don't know if you can kind of, looks like it's whitewashed down there, but that's the one I painted to match my sled. So I think I might do this next week. So yeah, or I might get back on Halloween. I know it's still Christmas in July, but I don't have a whole lot out. So anywho. But anyway, I'll thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Michelle. Thanks, LaDonna. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. And as always, guys, laugh and live with a half full cup. When it's all black clouds, find the sun. And I will see you guys next week or on the lives. Alrighty. All right. Bye, guys.